my name is Aliyah Mohyeddin. I've already been introduced. I want to just share a little bit more about what I do. So some I mentioned already, I'm the master trainer in NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And neuro-linguistic programming is something that can transform people's lives. It looks and focuses on how we use our our internal processing, our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our linguistics, our language, and our behaviors, which are our programs, to transform our lives. I'm in the business of helping leaders create immense excellence and transformation. It's by being able to harness the innate capabilities and inner wisdom we all have. One of the beliefs we have in NLP is that we all have the resources to succeed. We are all born with immense capability and magnificence and excellence. And along the way, we get socialized out of it. We forget. We lose connection to something that is innately fantastic and special within us. The great thing about NLP is it helps us reconnect into it. And it starts with something called our language. Now here's the thing. We all have within us a superpower. Our superpower is our mind. Our mind, we've heard people talk about AI and so much else. Our mind is something that can never be replaced. Our mind is something that can create magic. AI, going to Mars, creating all the amazing things we do in this world today, has been created because we humans have the greatest magic within us, which is our mind. And our mind is something that is divided, if you like, into our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, or our unconscious mind. Everything we experience in this world, everything we do, every action we take is from the relationship between our conscious and our unconscious mind. In NLP, we say that our unconscious mind, which is, by the way, 95% of our mind, is where all behavior, all change is created. It is where we experience reality from. None of us have a first-hand experience of reality. It is our unconscious mind's experience, which is made up of our inner language, of our self-talk, our inner dialogue, that creates our reality. And there's a reason why some people experience amazing success in their lives and some people don't. And the reason is because the people who are successful have a very supportive, empowering inner dialogue, an inner language. They have a voice in their head that enables them, that supports them, that enables them to go forward, take risks, believe in themselves, and there are others that don't. Sometimes we get socialized out of it. Maybe it's family, maybe you can want a lot of different reasons why we can get socialized out of it. But every single one of us has a capacity for immense excellence. And it starts with your language. Because, as I mentioned earlier, our brain and our mind does not experience reality, the external world, in its essence. We experience it through our mind. And our mind is influenced by the language we use. So I'm just curious, very quickly, what sort of words do you say to yourself? Do you say things like, I can, I'm capable, I'll achieve it? Or are you somebody who says words such as, there's no point trying, I'm never going to succeed, I am so stupid, no one's ever going to love me, I'm never going to amount to anything, there's no point even trying? Here's the thing, whatever we say to ourselves, we create. We are the creators of our own reality. We are not nouns, we are verbs. And we are constantly creating and becoming the versions we direct our mind to make us. Now, the relationship between the conscious and unconscious mind is that the unconscious mind is always listening to our conscious mind. And our conscious mind is where our thoughts are, where our conversations are. And the subconscious mind is kind of like a loyal follower. It'll do exactly, it'll be like, yes, sir. So it's like, I'm not good enough, yes, sir, I'm not good enough. And it'll create the neural pathways in our mind to make that a reality. So why is it important, do you think, to have awareness of what your inner language is all about? What do you think it can do for you if you harness the power and become aware of what you're saying and harness the power of it to create your reality? Not everybody knew at one time that we would be flying in jet planes, going deep into the ocean in submarines, flying to Mars, AI, whatever we're talking about. It happened because some people used this amazing superpower that is their mind by using the power of language. As I mentioned earlier, the mind does not experience the reality, it responds to our language. And the language we use creates our emotions. The inner language we use creates our reality, our success, our choices, our lives, our future, and who we are in essence. Now here's the good news. And the good news is this, that we can be anything we want to be. So again, we have the saying in NLP that the conscious mind is a goal setter and the subconscious mind is a goal getter. If you learn to harness the power of your mind, you can create magic. Now here's the thing. Like all magical things, like all superpowers, if you don't use it well, it can run you aground. It can make you capsize. It can make you crash. But if you realize how to harness that power, you can sail to any shores. You can go to the deepest parts of the ocean. And you can choose any horizon because the power lies within you. Now here's the thing also. One of the things I say, I do a lot of NLP trainings, and one of the things I tell all of my students is this: what sort of ship do you want to be in your ocean? Now, the nature of the ocean is that there are calm seas, blue skies, and there are storms. Now, if you are, as a ship, are very small, a small little dinghy, or one that's always scared, or one that constantly tells itself that I can't do it, I can't go far, the smallest waves are going to make you crash. But if you're able to grow yourself into a big ocean liner, a big ship that can cross the oceans, that can take the storms, that's big enough, deep enough, broad enough to take those high waves, the horizon is yours to chase. The horizon is yours to choose. Most people live their lives by default. Automated programming. They've been told something over and over again by family, by teachers, schools, whatever it might be. And they just make that a reality. And especially when it's a negative thing. How many times have children heard buzdil, bewakoof, badtameez? We use these words and young children make it their identity. And then they spend the rest of their lives making it real. Anything we say to ourselves over and over again, any language we repeat, becomes our identity. But when we realize we have the power to change that, you can choose the identity you want. Many people come to me, and I work with a lot of very senior leaders in this city. Many of them, especially the students in this room, in this audience, are probably going to work for at a certain point in their lives. And so many come to me asking me that they want to find themselves. And my response to them is, oh, that's easy. Here's a mirror. Look at yourself. Found. Easy. Good to go. The point is they're asking the wrong question. It's not about finding yourself. It's not about discovering who you are. It's actually about figuring out who you want to be. It's figuring out, especially when you're young, and I wish somebody said this to that younger version of me, that I have a choice to decide what sort of human being, what sort of woman, what sort of adult, what sort of human being I want to be. And I have the power to create her in the image that I desire. And every single one of us has that power by creating the version of us we want to be, by using the power of our inner language, our self-dialogue, our internal communication we have with ourselves. Now here's the thing again. Often we will say things like, and again I'd invite you all to think about this, what are the things you often say to yourself? Do you often say, oh, I'm not good at maths, or I can't do public speaking, or I'm not good at this, or I'll never be able to learn that? The moment we say that, that's conscious mind thinking. The moment we say that, the subconscious mind says, yes, sir, and starts creating the neural pathways to make that our reality. Now, you might not be good at math. That's fine. It doesn't mean to pretend you are. But the moment we change our language and we say, I don't understand math yet, or I'm learning and trying to be better at math, our subconscious mind starts creating new neural pathways that is going to enable that to happen. Because the language we use influences and creates our emotions, and influences and creates the beliefs. So if I believe I cannot do something, or I'm not good enough, or I'll never something, the subconscious mind says yes, draws a full stop there, and then doesn't do anything else. It becomes identity. And then we don't even try. But the moment we add or change, I don't know yet. I'm learning how to. I want to be. I'd like to be. I want to explore. We open it up, and the subconscious mind starts making new neural pathways and starts creating a new reality. And here's another thing. Most people, like I said, are looking for answers. Who they are, trying to find out who they are, looking for answers, and they've got the equation back to front. The answers are not important. And I know we've been told and made to believe that they are. The answers are not important. The question is the key thing. When we ask ourselves low quality questions, we're going to get low quality answers. Low quality answers is going to lead to low quality outcomes. But when we start asking ourselves high quality questions, our subconscious mind will do the rest. It will find those high quality answers, and it will transform the reality as you experience it. Start noticing what sort of words and communication you have with yourself. Henry Ford, the creator of the Ford company in the US, said, and many of you may have heard this expression, that if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. We are always right. We will create the reality we give our subconscious mind to create. The abundance is something that is what the universe has. Everybody has the same number of days and hours. Everyone has the same amount of time and space and the same world we live in. There's a reason some people are successful, whether that's in life, relationships, spirituality, work, money, whatever. And the reason is only because they have harnessed the power within. Because they have learned to ask themselves higher quality questions. They have learned and realized that what they need lies within us. And all of us, all the dreams and desires that we have, that you have, all of that need and ambition or whatever it might be that you have, that's yours because you have the resources inside of you to achieve that dream. And now it's all about how do you harness that? How do you create and work towards the reality you want? Yes, we're living in a world of great transition. AI is the next frontier. But AI is man-made. And man and woman can never be replaced. So I'm going to leave you with the last thought. And that is, if you can language it, you can have it. Most people don't know how to language what they desire. Most people are really good at languaging what they don't want. And here's the thing, the subconscious mind does not recognize the negative. So when we say things like, I don't want to be unhappy, I don't want to fail, I don't want to be thought of badly, our subconscious mind removes the don't and makes that a reality. And when I speak to leaders, and like I said, I speak to some very senior leaders, this is something that everybody, majority of people, suffer from. We don't know how to language what we want. We are really poor at that. And the secret is to language it as you want it. So if you don't want to not be unhappy or don't want to not be angry, what do you want instead? Because the destination, the neural pathways that lead to happiness, to success, to joy, or all of that you dream of, is different to the neural pathways that lead to not happy, miserable, not angry. So my invitation to you today is this. Pay attention to what you say to yourself. Become curious about your inner language. And then notice, is it one that supports you? Or is it one that causes you stress, that beats you down, that causes you to stop, that disenables you? And if it is, what could you say instead that is more loving, more supportive, and more enabling for you to grow into the version you would love to be? Because at the end of the day, wouldn't you also want to look in the mirror and love and be proud of the person who is reflected back at you? At the end of the day, that's the greatest gift and sense of worship that we can do, is to love and value the gift of life we have been given and to use all that's within us through language to create magic in our lives and in everyone else's. Thank you.